I do sound like I care about the students and help them through it. Dude, I try. Sometimes it's difficult because like they make it quite difficult. Like, I'll be honest with you, when teachers, when they whinge about students' behavior getting worse, it definitely is. It definitely is. Since COVID, it's become way worse. I'll be honest with you, like as a teacher, who loves teaching, like it definitely has gotten worse. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's no doubt there's become a challenge in classrooms. But if anything, that spurred me on to do, like I said, like I used to think being a responsible adult in front of kids meant dressing up, never smiling, like not never smiling, but like, being professional. And, I remain professional, but at the same time, things are changing. Things are changing in schools. I feel it every time I walk into a school. I feel the barrier between what students think there should be between students and teachers. It's different now. It hits different. It's like what I would call like semi-permeable. Like there is not a hard barrier between students and their teachers. Now, if you're like an older person, like above like 30 years old, 25, 30 years old, you'll say that there was always certain teachers that you got along with better than other teachers. But, and you would you could kind of let loose a little bit more and you'd get more done because you were more interested in their class, because you were more interested in them. And it's as simple as that. It's always been like that for some teachers, right? Kids really, it seems to me that kids are demanding that. Kids demand that a lot more of their teachers now. Whether or not that's fair on the teachers, I don't know, because like some teachers, that's not their style, bro. Like that's just not their style. They want to get in there, they want to fill your head with some knowledge and put you ahead in life in the subject that they love. And I tell you what, like 95% of teachers that teach, they love their subject. I'm not saying 100%, right? Because there are mercenary teachers that are there for the money, the 3 M's. There's the mercenary teachers, the missionary teachers who are there to change lives, and there are the misfits who are there because they don't have any other job to go to, you know what I mean? Or they've decided to do this job because they're trying to figure out what they want to do with their life, right? And like all teachers are a little bit of each one, but the ones that are truly mercenary and don't care, like there are those guys. They don't last very long, or they last a long time and they're miserable. But my point is, like, most people care about the subject they teach and they want to help people learn to love their subject. However, the method of doing that it's changing, bro. It's changing. I'm sorry, I'm having a yap now, but like, you got me. I definitely feel like one of the most simple ways to get across to kids that you care about them, that you want them to engage in the content, but you actually care about them, is to focus on things that they like. Find common ground. This is simple stuff, right? And one of the things that nearly all students like is gaming. Like that hasn't changed since my day, but the access to it is just crazy, right? And the games that they can access in school is limited, but it's browser games, it's cool math games, crazy games, and like Hypackle and some IO games. Not all IO games, like there's a lot of blockage going around there, but like a lot of IO games are still available if you look in the right places. And so it's definitely possible to find that common ground. Oh, and Minecraft education as well. And so I actively go out of my way now to find that common ground. And like I'll farm conversation in class about gaming now. And I usually do it at the start, and I usually do it as a way just to hook them in. And if I have any ability to include games in my lessons now, I totally do it. Not ashamed of this. It works. If you use it correctly and you use it intuitively, then yeah, it can totally work. If I treat my classroom kind of like a stream, and if I kind of treat my students like chat, and I treat my chat well, and I respond to my chat, and I use kindness and unconditional kind of acceptance of who they are and what they're there to do, they are much more likely to do the work that I've been given to give to them as a substitute teacher. Let's be honest, you know what I'm talking about. Than if I just went in there and it was just like, shut up, sit down, you stupid kids, like it's just gonna work. It's gonna work like 99% of the time, bleh. You're going to get a better result. Treating them more like a person instead of just an object to teach. Once again, 95% of teachers will try and treat you like a person. But if you're coming at it if you're not, look, there's a saying in teacher land, you're the adult in the room. So when your kids come in and they're speaking slang and they're talking brain rot, they're saying like Angelina cappuccino, whatever they say, that's never going to get a teacher too excited, unless they are willing to accept you, right? But I've found that if you start acting in a way that is, if you're using academic wording and you're trying to talk down to the kids to try and stamp you, like make you a stamp of authority on them, you know what I mean? It tends to leave this real... In some schools it works because those kids have been used to that and they accept that that's just part of school. What I'm saying is, since 2020, since we returned to school after COVID, right? I am sure you guys all, most of you left school during COVID and did some homeschooling online and stuff like that. You came back, you were probably feeling a bit different. You were probably wondering where the screen time had gone. Some teachers were wondering where the screen time had gone as well, I'll be completely honest with you. And since then, I'd say that students are not as accepting of that barrier of like, I will respect you no matter what. It's not built in. Everyone has the right to dignity in your classroom and in your life, guys. But respect is earned, and it should be earned. It should be. It goes both ways, but they're kids and I'm an adult, right? So I have to be the adult in the room. One of the ways that I get through to them, that I'm trying to treat them like a person, is by talking about this stuff, is all I'm saying.